What's up everybody, my name is Hybrid, welcome to the channel. Today I wanted to do an educational breakdown of a 21 kill, 5,000 damage win that I got in solo duos on Pathfinder, and break down my thought process, why I landed where I did, why I made my rotates, and my overall decision making in fights to help you all understand what it takes to drop a game like this. I'm also going to talk about the things I could have done better and try to give you guys some insight into what is going on in my head when I'm playing this game. Starting off with the landing spot, I like this little compound right outside of Fight Night. It's in between a lot of good rotates. You have a jump tower to get out, and I like to land in this corner building because it's got enough loot spread out that even if you do get contested, you're still going to probably walk out with a weapon or two. You can always have the decision of going upstairs or going across the building. So here I land on an R3 and a triple take, and I opt to switch out for the PK and the blue armor. I know that I'm landed near me because I get the voice comm that I have an enemy near me, and I decide to push this enemy out. Clearing my angles, checking my angles before I push up, climb up here and take the second floor building. I can hear him under me coming inside, so I'm waiting for a peek angle here. Take some shots, miss those shots. And I know he's going to come out from underneath, so I drop down and catch him by surprise and then just wait for him to repeat. And it's an easy kill. Fast forward to the next part of this fight. Immediately after, I do see the Loba ult here, so I'm going to again take height. High ground positioning is super important, and I'm able to get some cheeky shots through the railing here. And I wanted to nade off the right side and make the Octane go in the direction that I want. Swing left here. I kind of mess up my grapple here, but I use it kind of to my advantage to retake cover here and then get the Octane off of the jump pad. Again, it's all about playing cover and playing better positioning. Right here, I could have put myself in a better position, but I was able to get some good damage off on the Loba, and I'm able to take her out with the PK. I do make a little risky play here. I go for a 360 grapple, and I miss the shot. I definitely wouldn't recommend going for this if you're going for a gameplay. I should have died for that. But, you know, I acknowledge it in the gameplay. I should have died for that, and I get immediately third-partied. So instead of taking the time to loot up and taking the free damage, I'm immediately creating space between me and the opponents, making sure to at least get a bat off at the very least, and then re-peek and try to take some damage. So it looks like they're taking up the loot, and then they walk up and try to chow me. So I'm like, I need to get both my guns reloaded. I need to be ready to take this engagement. Bloodhound is flush. Don't really understand why he was flush here, but I decide to push out here. Aggressive grapple play on the Gibby who was trying to push up. I want to get a knock on him, and then it's just the Bloodhound. Now, what I could have done better here was heal before challenging the Bloodhound. Fortunately, he wasn't that good, and because he did get an armor swap, so he could have potentially killed me there. But luckily, I'm able to get some nice shots at the PK. As you can see, I switched to my PK from my R3 because the R3 would have required a higher commitment of a peek as opposed to a PK where I can just jiggle peek and take shots. So I was going to cut this part out, but I wanted to include it to show you guys how important it is to play around your strengths and your weaknesses. I do have some shaky shots here against this Lifeline. She's playing a good head glitch. Her strafe is very unpredictable. I'm just not able to hit it, and I'm taking a wingman fight versus an R301, which is kind of a weird fight. So instead of rushing in and trying to rush the Lifeline, I'm trying to play cover. I'm throwing nades to try to force her out of cover, and I'm basically putting myself in a position where I always have cover to dip back behind. And then right here, I make a risky play again with the grapple. You think I would have learned the first time, but I go for it again. I do win the engagement here against the Lifeline, but the main important thing to take away from this fight is that you want to always be playing cover in a way that maximizes the amount of damage you can put out while minimizing the amount of damage that you're taking. Now, I don't do this perfectly, obviously. I make a dumb grapple play twice already in this game. I think this is the last time that I go for a play like that for the rest of the game, because I start to actually get my together and play it like an actual game. But it's important to understand why plays like that are bad and what you actually should be doing in a situation like that. Sometimes you can get away with it. It's fun for the content. But overall, play cover. Make sure you're maximizing your damage while minimizing the damage you're taking. After leaving the compound outside Fight Night, I do like to rotate down towards the Estates and Hammond Labs area. These are two big drop spots in the map, and you can usually find fights still going on by the time round 1 starts to close, or people that have already rotated from their drop spots to this part of the map, so it's a good place to go to find and clean up kills. So right here, I come up behind the Wraith, get the shield crack, and I do push down here. I think I should play the height building here on the top of the roof instead of pushing down, because the Mastiff inconsistency almost gets me killed. I go for the grapple jump here to get out, and if you guys are Pathfinder mains or you're learning Pathfinder, I would recommend learning how to do that. It's pretty simple. Just go into the range, shoot your grapple at the ground, and then jump at the second your grapple touches the ground, and it instantly creates distance between you and your enemy. Don't know what the play was here. I throw the thermite behind because I expect the enemy to back up off of the res, but he sticks it. Easy kill. On to the next one. So we're looting up. I do hear enemies coming up the ramp, so I opt to take this building right here. This is the best cover to play in this little spot, and I'm peeking out, but he has ultimate height on me, so I want a little bit of a better cover position here. So now you see I'm basically playing a head glitch from his perspective, and I can do this little head peek and get cracks and stuff through the railing. My Pathfinder brain wants to grapple up right there, but I do opt to instead take the bottom side of the ramp, again playing a little cover here instead of exposing myself fully by grappling up or by walking up the ramp. If I walk up the ramp, I'm definitely dead because he has a better position than me. Instead, I am waiting for an overextension from the enemy team, and I'm waiting to try to capitalize off of that. I have to play the cover here and take the time to full heal. It's very easy to forget to like pop these little small heals, but the extra like 10 to 20 HP can really be a difference maker in a fight. You want to make sure you're full healed if you're safe and have the position to do it. So this team is playing very passive. I do catch one down below, and I know that it's safe for me to be able to push up because at the very worst, I have a 1v1, and the very best, they're both down there. However, the Horizon does take their Q back up and starts peppering me with damage again, and I know that I immediately have to back down because both of those teammates can now be on the height advantage. Again, I'm applying pressure here because I have to keep it present. This nade actually does a lot of damage to me, but I'm able to apply pressure. The Horizon overextends, and I'm able to grapple up because I know that the Wraith is still down below, and I can get the shield swap. The second team does roll up immediately after, and I know that I need to now change my pacing of this fight and slow it down. While I'm not the center of attention, a full heal is absolutely crucial. We need to get reset, and we need to let the other team come in and do some work. So I see that there's already been a knock on the other team, and I know that this team is going to be fully committed and focused on each other. So I decided to take the height on top of the building here, and I'm actually able to catch the Watson, who's the only player left. And as I'm playing this height advantage and I'm playing this cover, it's pretty easy shots, easy little squad wipe and clean up right there. And the main thing to take away from this fight is that you never want to be the center of attention here. If I had dropped down, or if I was playing low ground here, let's say I dropped on the second player in that initial squad, I would have been pinched between both the teams, and I likely would have died. Not being the center of attention is the key when you're playing solo, because you don't have a teammate to back up to. Sometimes you don't even have an ability, like a grapple or a phase out or whatever, especially if you're not playing a movement character. Again, going back to our previous statement, maximize the amount of damage you can deal by putting yourself in an ideal position while minimizing the amount of damage you take by not being the center of attention. So not much to say for rotates here. I know that this is potentially a 20 bomb because there's still 10 players left and I already have 11 kills, but I need to get into zone and find the players that are rotating into zone, which is exactly what I do when I pull up here at terminal. Throwing nades here to back them off a little bit to give me a little bit of space to come in. Now, a mistake I do make here is popping a cell right here as I'm sliding down, which does open me up to some damage to the Bloodhound, but I'm able to return trade damage that's greater than what he damaged to me, which is going to create space. I'm able to see the Ash pushing to the right here, and so now that I know that they're isolated, and this is an isolated 1v1, I do make an aggressive grapple play here. Ash backs up. Instead, I've got a challenge Bloodhound here. Easy one clip. I know Ash is going to push my left side now because they were setting up a pinch. From here, it's just hitting your shots. Really not much to say in this engagement here. You have to put yourself in a good position, and then you have to hit your shots. I know the Bloodhound has a self-res because I didn't get the full squad wipe. As I'm looting here, I do get rolled up on by this Octane. Unlucky for him. Anyway, where was I? Grab the shield swap, and then back up, trade a little bit of space. I do hear the Pathfinder to my right. So once again, playing cover right here. One cool thing you can do is actually wait for the opponent to spray their whole spray, do a jiggle peek, and get more damage off as they're running away. I do whiff a couple of shots here. I come back to use the teammate's knockdown shield as cover, and it actually worked out because the Pathfinder had climbed up, and had I stayed where I was at, I was going to die. So you want to make sure that you're not staying in one place too long, especially when you've got a down teammate next to you that's going to be calming every move. So his down teammate's calling that I'm popping a battery, which makes him grapple, which is why I have to swing around to the other side. So like I said here, There's a little bit of a weird engagement. Obviously, the Mastiff's not doing the most damage in this fight, but the main thing to take away is that I'm switching where I'm playing. I'm still playing cover. I played the one side of those boxes. I played the side of the pole. I played the stair, head glitch peak. You need to make sure that you're playing cover, but also that you're not staying too stationary, especially when you have a down teammate that's going to be making calls about where you're at, what you're doing, and giving your enemy the confidence to push in if, say, you're healing. So right here, taking some shots at the third party, try to maximize the damage I'm doing and also not be the center of attention here. Playing cover here, very important. Just putting in damage. Even though I could make an aggro play, I've done a lot of damage here. I want to make sure that I'm playing my life, since I don't know if there's still more than one team or if this is only 2 people. This seer queue actually screws me over. I get dead slides and my movement is scuffed because I'm taking shots and I don't have my path grapple. So after I pop this bat, I know that they're already going to get an aggro on me. So I want to make sure I create distance between them and me so they don't decide to get antsy and push up. So right here, I'm trying to get damage off while also, once again, putting myself in the best position here. So you see me moving from cover to cover while also maximizing my LOS. I can change up my LOS and still play cover in a way that allows me to get knocks without exposing myself too heavily. Again, like we talked about before, looking for height, looking for cover, just putting yourself in the best position possible as much as possible. Go for confirms if you have the opportunity to. You can also use a down teammate as an opportunity to make the enemy push out. If you shoot their down shield or you try to burst them, you know they're going to be calming, they're going to be spam pinging, they're going to be frantic, so you can possibly get some shots off. So one mistake I make here is pushing in without my Mastiff reloaded, not realizing the teammate is still in here. He's playing the corner, his teammate's knockdown shield behind the tree, and he almost kills me. So obviously not the play. My instant reaction is to get the heck out of there as fast as possible, play cover, and get the heal off. Fortunately, he doesn't make an aggro push because he wants to rest his teammate instead. And he also gets third-partied, which is unfortunate. So reload, go into it this time. Again, not being the center of attention, backing out, looking for damage as I can get it. Shot's a little shaky at this point. I am a little nervous, but I'm just trying to confirm kills here because I know I'm close to 20. So right here, I get a little frantic. I hit the lifeline rezzing, and instead of taking height like I know I should, I peek out and take height after. But I'm able to get the re-knock on the Wraith, who goes upstairs to try to play the inside armor swaps. With zone closing in on my back, I'll let this part play out. Dead to zone, you're dead to zone, you're dead to zone. Gotta be dead to zone, right? Fuck. I have gold back, I have gold back. This is savable. Come on, please, 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 please. Oh my god! No, not like this. Please, not like this, bro. So of course the worst thing that could possibly happen after pulling off a gold bag self-res clutch in round 4 zone, the other team is outside the zone gatekeeping me. I'm able to grapple out of danger here, almost dying once again, getting into safety, but now I have the last team right across from me, and I know that they're going to be pushing in, closing that distance. So I pop my zip to make them think I'm zipping. Basically, I'm just trying to buy time here with no medkits. I need my grapple so I can create space here. Another reason why Pathfinder is an amazing solo legend. So right here, I'm a bit frantic. I do miss a lot of shots that I should be hitting. Ideally, I want to get a knock here as they're zipping across, but I'm not able to do enough damage. So immediately, once again, creating space, getting as far away from them as possible. This is called kiting, and it's really useful because you basically lead the enemies where you want them to go and create space for you to be able to heal. I don't have any medkits here. I'm pretty sure I have very little heals at this point, maybe the Phoenix kit. But I know that I can't pop the Phoenix kit with them that close, so again, I have to use my grapple to create space. And if you can get down those far grapples, you can use them to basically save you. I opt for the battery here, just because I want to continue to rotate, and it actually saves me here because that Valk Q, I would have had to either beat it and die, or leave that cover with very little shield. So my goal here is to create enough space to pop this Phoenix kit, as it's one of my only big heals left, get full HP, so I'm a little bit less frantic and they're a little less confident, and then wide wrap right into zone, because the next issue after getting full healed is being gate kept, since I'm outside of zone and this is the last team. So as I'm making my rotate into zone, I do catch the Valk off on her own here on the right. I see one on the left and one here on the right. So my initial decision is going to be to try to get damage off of the mouth. Once I get that crack, I need to make an aggro play because I need to isolate this into 1v1. I know that this is my best chance to take this 1v1 and get the knock. I'm able to get the knock, a couple scuff shots there, but take the reset, pop the battery. Now, one thing I realize here, as soon as these smokes are popped, this Bangalore has a digi threat. So I need to immediately create space and get out of this situation because I am in the Bangalore's domain. I need to play cover here because smoke is only helping her and hurting me. And I'm out of batteries, so I have to pop slow heals. One mistake I make here is pushing up to try to get this confirmed because the Bangalore throws some really good nades and almost actually kills me here. But obviously, once I see the nades come down, I'm backing up immediately. Had I stayed there for any longer, I definitely would have died. The Bangalore, knowing they've got the advantage here, I'm playing for the confirm. They throw their ult, and immediately I had to change positions. This is where the grapple again comes in great handy. Look how much space and distance I was able to create with just the grapple. And as if the Apex gods were watching the stream, wanting me to clutch it up, I find a battery on this care package, an actual Hail Mary that won me the game here. Once these smokes come out, I have to get out of them because the Bangalore has the advantage here. Play this cover, play this angle, go for a crack, and then make the aggro push.
Let's fucking go! Get the fuck off of me, baby! Let's fucking go!
And there you have it. That's how I dropped 21 kills and 5,000 damage in solo duos with Pathfinder in Season 12 of Apex Legends. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. If you did, please make sure to drop a like and a comment. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I stream every single day as well as upload content on all the socials you can find down in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you later.
Oh my god, dude! Are you serious?